All right, well, welcome to Golf Chat. I'm Brant. Today is just going to kind of be a me video, introducing myself a little bit and why I decided to do a channel. The channel is called Golf Chat. The hope is that over time, really, it's just about having some good discussions with people from, all walks of life. Get them an opportunity to share their story. A little bit about what they do, who they are, what got them to where they are in their life. Sometimes it'll be people in the workforce, sometimes it'll be people who've retired, maybe it'll just be somebody that I want to talk to and hear from and bring you along with me for the chat. So that's kind of the purpose of the channel and what I would like to do with it. We'll see how it goes. It's not going to be high production quality or anything like that. We'll do our best to make it a decent video, but quality wise, but it's not as much about the golf as it will be about just people. So welcome and thanks for joining me at Golf Chat. All right, so hole number one here at Veterans. It is a par 3. Most of the holes here are par 3. Par 3, about 166. I'm going to play a 6-iron, and I have never gotten off the tee well on this course on hole number 1. So here's to hoping I get something somewhat down there and not in the trees. Well, got a good hit. It's left, kind of in the trees, decent distance, kind of hooked it somehow. That's not normal for me. All right, so heading up here to my first shot. I'm actually playing with Cheryl today, who also started her own channel called Nana Golfs. So put a link in so that anybody who sees this can go ahead and go over and see her. She is never really played golf and so wants to document not only for herself but for others, that even at later stages in life you can go ahead and start something new, start a new hobby or whatever. So excited for her and her channel to see how she does over there. So for me, born and raised in Rigby, Idaho, really fortunate to have family and friends that were so supportive. Didn't ever expect to end up in life here in Minnesota. And I'm sure at some point it'll come across why I'm here and what finally got us here. But I am just an Idaho boy with not a ton really to share about that. Other than that's just who I am. Okay. So I have short chip here, got some trees in the way, so I'm just going to take an 8-iron, see if I can just get it up there on the green a little bit, try and get it close. I ended up probably 20 yards short of the green and probably 30 yards here to the left. Okay. Trolling up on nicely, a little past the pin, but not terrible. I will take it. Okay, so like a rookie here on YouTube, I forgot to turn on the microphone here on the green for this first hole. So I got up to it. I thought I had a pretty good look at it. I knew I wasn't going to make it, but thought I could at least potentially get it close. What we will find is not only did I hit it once from about 12 feet, but I hit it twice from about 12 feet, and then I got to hit it even a third time. So golf is probably not my thing, but I'm still going to enjoy it. Enjoy a couple seconds of quiet here before audio starts again. Thanks.
Good shot. It's about time.
Hey, it is about time. I mean, I just couldn't get the ball in the hole. I wanted to, but I just couldn't do it.
Okay, well, I was on in 2 and then 3-putted from 12 feet. So don't learn from me, kids. That was terrible. But doesn't matter. It's at least good just being outside and having a good time here, trying to play some golf and have a chat. We have now a par 4. Says it's 300. I don't know if that is the case or not, but we'll try and give it a good hit out here. Not real pleased with the last hole. Started out how I wanted it to, and then it just didn't end the way I wanted it to, which is probably the more important part of golf. Well, this par 4 is a little bit of a dog leg left, and I hit it dead straight. Didn't hit any trees or anything, but I'm probably in some crap, which I'm not really that excited about. All right, headed up to my second shot here. I don't know how far it is yet, but just taking you along for the walk. So growing up in Rigby, Idaho, had 5 siblings really that I grew up with. Each of them taught me a lot. Got my older 2 sisters, and then my brother, then me, and then my younger sister. All, again, just awesome, great influences, all great at different things, and me just trying to fit in amongst them. In a little town, Rigby, that I grew up in, there wasn't a whole lot to do. You could get in trouble if you wanted to, but mostly it was just hanging out with my friends and having a great time. There's never any pressure to do anything bad or to get in trouble, so that made it a lot of fun. I had always thought while growing up that I was going to be an Air Force pilot or an attorney, or later on in life an optometrist was really the route that I thought I was going to go. But it turns out I ended up with a career in banking. Been doing this now for a little over 24 years. I love what I do. It's a fun career, and I appreciate all the people that I've met along the way that have helped to formulate my career and make me a better employee and a better employer. Hopefully people would say I'm a decent guy to work with and work for. Similar kind of tough shot here. I gotta go through some trees. See if I can get through here and get it close. A little punch. I'm gonna switch clubs. I was gonna go with an 8-iron. I'm gonna try and get a 5-iron through here. See how we do. As luck would have it, I don't think I did very good. Topped it a little bit, and I got put it right under a tree. Didn't make it out into the fairway all the way, so dang it, but that's pretty much how I play golf. Okay, so I did end up right here behind a tree. I'm going to try and just chip this out of here without totally destroying my clubs. Okay, that'll play well enough for who it's for, which is me. Okay, get up here, I'll have a short chip. Maybe I can get this up close on my fourth shot and potentially get lucky and get a 5 on this hole. Highly doubtful, but we'll give it a ride. Okay, I really suck at golf. That's what I had hoped to do the first time and did not. All right, I'm gonna try and hit this one in. Got about a 9-footer. This is all ready for a bogey. Let's see how it goes. All right, we'll take the bogey. Not bad. Again, for who's playing, which is me. So the third hole here is a par 3, 160-ish. We've got the wind kind of right in my face, but the flag's not moving a whole bunch. So I'm going to go with the 6-iron again. It's the same thing I hit on the first hole. I wound up going left. We'll see if after a couple of swings I've warmed up enough for it to be a little bit straighter shot. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, here we go. Let's see how we do here. Alright, went left again and short, but at least I don't think I'm in any trouble where I'm at, so that's a decent place to start. Okay, headed up to my ball here on hole number 3. I'll see if I got an easy shot or not. Shouldn't be too bad. Like I said, grew up in Rigby, Idaho. Was a Rigby Trojan. That was my high school. Wasn't much of an official athlete or anything like that. I did play a lot of sports. Played a lot of golf growing up. My dad lived on the second hole of Jefferson Hills golf course all while I was growing up. I guess that's when it was a 9-hole course when they switched it to 18. I don't know what number that put it, 17 or something. I don't know how it is now. But got to play a lot of golf growing up. Really enjoyed it. Thought I was pretty good as a kid. And then as just life would have it, things change and other priorities come into play. When I graduated from high school, I went and did a year at what was then Ricks College in Rexburg, Idaho. It's now called BYU Idaho. After 1 year there, I served a 2-year mission in the Germany Hamburg mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It was an awesome experience for a whole lot of reasons that I'll get to here in just a bit. Let's go see if we can track this shot though. Got about, I don't know, I got a few yards to get up there to the hole. Kind of stuck in behind a tree. Seems to be the theme for my golf play today. So I'm just gonna try and punch this a little bit and get it out as far as I can and hit it again. Decent third shot on the green. This is only a par 3. Should have been on a green in 1. That's what happens if you don't dink around on a par 3. You actually can do okay. But apparently I like to give myself the hardest shot in every possible way on every possible hole. All right. See how we do here. Cheryl's playing in the shrubs and trees and stuff back there. Meanwhile, I have about a 24 footer here for a 4, which the likelihood of me making this putt pretty minimal, but we'll see. Or maybe I'll hit it. Oh, just lipped out. Darn it. But I'll take it. Good enough for me. Okay, par 4, 260 yards. The chances of me driving the green are not great. If I really got a hold of one, I might be able to get there, but rarely do I get a hold of one, and rarely do I hit one straight. So this will be more just please stay in bounds, and that'll make me happy. Okay, well, it was straight, and it was only about 8 or 9 feet, maybe 10 feet off the ground. It barely skimmed over some swamp grass up here, but it's good enough for me. I'll take it. So Germany was an awesome experience for a lot of reasons. One, I mean, you get an opportunity to spend 2 years in a foreign country where your job is to talk to people about Jesus Christ. So it could not be a better spent 2 years in the life of a 19-year-old. So lots of great and wonderful and spiritual experiences there. But it was also where I ended up meeting my wife. Cheryl was also a missionary in the same mission. She went home about a month before I did, and I'm sure at some point we'll share the story of how we met. But here now, this year we'll have been married for 30 years. We're going back to Germany in a week to spend 2 weeks out there, just kind of celebrating our 30-year anniversary and enjoying life. Okay, have about 100 yards to go here to the pin. I'm going to try and hit a sand wedge up there. See if I got enough club to get it there. Wind's kind of in my face, so who knows. Okay, come on, a little long. At least I think I'm on. It could be over the back just a bit. I did catch a bit of a flyer there, but I'll take it. So Cheryl and I, married 30 years. We've got 5 kids. 4 of our kids are, I guess we could call her biological kids. Our 5th one, Sasha, we adopted when she was just about to turn 11. She's from Ghana in West Africa. She's been a total blessing in our lives, and again, lots of stories that we'll be able to share about Sasha in the future and how important she's been to all of us and our family. I love her to death. Okay, did go a bit long here. You can see the ball mark pretty deep from where the flag is at, but overall I'll take it close to the green in 2. Got about 45 feet to get it up here, so hopefully I can do it some justice. Cheryl's just off the green over there, hitting on, so hopefully I don't mess with her at all. 45 feet. A lot of opportunity to leave this short. but it's pretty close and just short by inches for my birdie putt. But that's okay. I will take a 4 and walk away proud of that. Okay, we're now on hole number 5. It's a par 3, 170. The wind is coming right to left. I've done well on this hole before with a 5-iron, and I've hit the green a couple of times, but more often than not I end up to the right or way over the fence on the left. So anything in play will make me happy today. Inside of the fence, but who knows. So it's fun out here playing with Nana Golfs, and I know I'm not getting any of her shots. She's just kind of playing for herself today. She's had some really good drive. She's making good connection with the ball. But I swear, if there's a tree on this golf course, she hit it today. A lot of tree repairs probably going to need to be made because of her outstanding shots. So after the mission to Germany, came back home, went to BYU Idaho again, or Riggs College. But right after that first semester getting home, Cheryl and I got married. We went on 3 dates, got engaged, and then got married 4 months after our engagement. Now we've been married for 30 years. So anyone says that you have to date for a long time before you get married, it's not always true. You find the right person and good things happen. So I'm definitely glad to have her in my life. Okay, well, I'm up here on the left and short, and I'm gonna try and get this one up here kind of close. Okay, not a bad roll. I will take it on the green, probably 8 feet from the pin. Way more than 8 feet, I guess, but doesn't matter. Still take it. Pull the pin out. You gonna hit? A little bit more like 21 feet from the pin. So this is for par. And it's long. Give you an action photo with the ball coming right at the camera. Let Cheryl come up on here. All right. Maybe I can get this one. Are you kidding me? Nothing like a 3-putt. All right, officially here on hole number 6, par 3, 136 yards. Wind from right to left. It's coming at a pretty decent clip, maybe even a little bit in my face. So I'm gonna try and hit, normally I'd hit a wedge on this one, but I think with the wind coming in my face this much, the 9's probably the better hit. See where she goes. lot of shots going left. I'll have to watch this over and see what in the world it is that I'm doing. All right, walking up here to my tee shot on the 6th, again, left of the hole. Cheryl teed off and again, hit another tree. It's pretty amazing. This is a streak unlike any I have ever seen before. And she doesn't usually go left, but this time she did. So after Cheryl and I got married, moved down to Provo where she was at. She was getting ready to graduate from BYU. Didn't have much time left, so we went down there. And then we had started having kids down there. We moved after she graduated from BYU. I was going to BYU for a short time and then left there to go to school at Weber State up in Ogden. We had gotten a job up there managing a storage facility, and so that's kind of what our life became for a little while. Graduated from BYU, or excuse me, from Weber, had a degree in zoology and a business management minor. Okay, so here on my shot, boy, it's getting all turned around. Ended up pin high, just right of the flag. So I can't be upset with the choice of club, only the outcome. Not ideal. So let's see if I can throw this one uphill, get it somewhere close to the pin. Well, got it up the hill. There's a lot of times I think you're going to hear me saying, well, it didn't really turn out the way I planned, but who cares? Short of the green, in the fringe, still puttable, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, here we go. That's me off the green, gonna putt it. About 33 feet off the green. Looks like it's gonna go left to right. I got a lot of weird stuff between me and the actual green, so this ball could darn near go anywhere. Meh, I'll take it. Couple foot lag here. Putt should go a little left to right. I'll try and play it above the hole some. Just try to knock it in. But I'll also leave it short to make sure I can get a bogey, because I suck at golf and probably at life too, but we'll see. All right, we are now here on the lovely 7th. It is a par 3. I'm showing 150 to the pin, into the wind. I'm gonna go with a 7. See where this takes us, which based off of the way everything else has been going today, it's going to take us left of the green. My favorite play of all time. Hung it up in the wind, and probably short of the green, 10 or 15 yards. Hey, Cheryl didn't hit a tree this time. She hit right behind one though, so that'll be a fun shot for her. So got my degree in zoology and minor in business management. Wanted to, well, didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I got a job working for Allstate as a claims adjuster, which I really call my first sales job. That's where I had to investigate auto accident claims and then basically sell liability to the parties that were involved. If someone did something that contributed to the accident, then I had to sell them on a portion of their contribution. Did that for about 1.5 years, and then a buddy of mine got me hooked up with Washington Mutual Bank. I started there as a branch manager trainee, and then my career in banking took off from there. I stayed with Washington Mutual in Utah for a while, and then we moved out to Colorado with Washington Mutual. Then I made a move over to Bank One as a branch manager of one of their new branches in Parker, Colorado. From there, Bank One was acquired by Chase. Then I moved with Chase from Colorado down to Texas, where I became a district manager. Go ahead and hit my shot here. We're just off the green to the right. Got a little chip shot. I'm going to use a 60. See if I can float this one up there a little bit. Try and get her close. Just flew it about 1 foot or 2 short of where it needed to be. That's all right. Gives me another putt from off the green. Here we are, just off the green. Kind of counted out here to see how far we are. About 30 feet from the pin. I'll leave it in for this putt. See how we do here. Been putting decent. This one looks like it's going to be pretty straight, but again, through some fringe, so hoping that I don't just rocket it. Maybe if I get lucky, it'll hit the camera and stop it. Well, decent speed. Just missed it a little bit, obviously, as you saw. So, another 4 for me. So after I moved to Texas with Chase, I was a district manager down there over a new build district. Absolutely loved the team that I was working with and the things that we were able to do. That job, though, was a little bit of a mystery to me on why it ended. I had gotten a call one day from the guy who was the head of the new builds for all of Chase, and he called to congratulate me on being one of the top 5 fastest growing new build districts in the country. And then the next day I got a call from my boss. When I went in, she just said, "Hey, this isn't working out. We're going to go a different direction with your district, and that means that you're going to have to find a different job." So of course that was devastating to me. I was a young guy at that point, and to get that news when I thought I was doing such a good job and then really just being dismissed, that one hurt. But I got hooked up with the home equity group at Great River at Chase, and my boss there, Jerry Bevers, was the absolute best thing that could have ever happened to me. He helped me to really get my groove back. Became a national achiever with Chase in that position, and then as things would go, one day they brought all 50 of us that were in that home equity division onto a call and told us all that our positions were being eliminated. And this was just before the big financial crisis in 2008 and 9 hit. So again, I was kind of spinning my wheels with what I was going to do next. Ended up getting a job with the training department at Chase, and then became a manager of that training department, where we taught personal bankers throughout the country how to lend. So that was a really fun job. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we adopted Sasha, and at that point I really wanted a position that was going to keep me closer to home, not have me traveling as much. So I took on the role of the area mortgage lending manager for Chase in San Antonio. Started out, we just had a couple of loan officers. By the time I left, just a few years later, we had built it up to 3 areas in the San Antonio area. The other 2 area managers that were hired were loan officers that had worked for me and then got promoted into the role, which was pretty cool. And then I decided it was time to go try something else, so we left Texas and moved to Orlando, Florida. Same role, just in a different part of the company out there. Was over mortgage in Orlando. Okay, par 4, 8th hole, 280 yards. Fairway really narrows as you get closer to the green, which I don't think I'll get close to the green. The way I've been hitting lately, I don't even think I'll get close to the fairway. But I'd love to put one in play here. Just have one nice drive for the day. Can that at least happen? Nope, it cannot. So I am wide right and hopefully findable. I'm just going to take off, start walking to get up there. So I'm just going to start walking. I'll let Cheryl go up and hit. So yeah, Florida was there. I don't even remember how long, year and a half, when I made a move to go and work. I left Chase, went to work as manager over the lending department at Fairwinds Credit Union in Orlando. Really great job. I worked again with a great team. And during that time, Cheryl and I decided, our kids were old enough to start working. We decided it was important to give them an opportunity to work, and we wanted to have some control over their first job experiences. So we bought a business. It's called Handy Rentals, tool and equipment rental, party rental stuff. Really good, fun business. We grew from one location to two. It was very stressful. It was very difficult having that be our only source of income, but it was amazing being able to work with each of our kids. So did that for a while. And then one of the loan officers that I had at Fairwinds, her husband was the CEO at Martin Federal Credit Union in Orlando. And I had learned about an open position that he had, looking for a chief lending officer. So I reached out, we connected, and turned out to be a great fit for both of us. So I started working for Martin Federal as a chief lending officer. Had a great time there for about 2 years, and then Martin was looking at merging in with another credit union, so I kind of knew my days were going to be numbered, which meant I needed to look for another job. And that's when I got the job as the CEO of Employees Credit Union in Dallas, Texas. Also, we changed our name to Rely On Credit Union while I was there. Another just outstanding, fun job, my first time as a CEO. Okay, found my ball up here. I'm actually up on the, went over the tee box for hole number 2 here, but I'll take it. Had I hit it straight, this thing would have probably been on the green. But I'm a little bit right, and I'm about 60 yards from the pin. So let's see what I can do from here. Maybe get something up there kind of close. Well, not close. Hit it over the green, sort of shanked it off to the right. I don't know what happened there, but I'm close. So Rely On was fun, was there for about 2 years, and then the opportunity came for me to come to work at Great River Federal Credit Union in St. Cloud, Minnesota. I've been the CEO here for the past 6.5 years almost. When I got here, we were about 180 million in total asset size, which isn't huge, but good size for us. Then I got through the COVID years and stuff, we grew quite a bit, and we are now a $358 million credit union, and easily the most fun I've ever had in my career. I say that probably in every position that I go to, but it truly has been awesome working at Great River. The people are outstanding, and it's been a lot of fun to grow in the past 6 years as much as the credit union grew the first 70 years. Okay, so here's my shot. We'll see if I can knock it up there. It's probably just a little too far for a putt. Okay, I have a couple of footer here for my par, which would be great, but I'm confident that I can miss this. So let's just see what we can do. Should go right to left, depending on how hard I hit it. Yay! All right, knock that one in for par. I'll take it. So yeah, 6.5 year career here at Great River so far. This has been a tough year for us. A lot of things going on in the economy right now to really mess with the financial institutions. But got a team that absolutely gives 100% every day to try and get us out of the position that we're in, and I have no doubt that we will continue to improve and get better. Sometimes, life is tough, and sometimes things don't go the way you want them to. You got to keep looking for ways to make things better. You got to not get discouraged for long. It's okay to get discouraged, but just don't stay discouraged, and get through it. Things will get better coming out on the other side. Okay, 9th hole, par 3. Says 195, but my little GPS tracker on my phone says about 168. I'm gonna hit a 5. I have the wind at my back, and I'm hoping that for Pete's sake, when I hit one straight ball, like my kids' lives depend on it or something, it'd be really great. And on a high note. Can't tell if I'm on or short or long. Hard to know.
I lost it.
It started bouncing up there. It's left of the pin, but I think it's pretty good. So finishing out here on the 9th, doing my last walk up the fairway here to see where my ball ended up. Really just want to encourage anybody who's watching, everybody, just don't give up. Things are tough. Had a conversation with one of my good friends from high school one time, and we were talking about careers and what you choose, and I said, I've told my kids, choose something that you're passionate about, and then it becomes fun. And he responded and said, yeah, you can, that's for sure one way to go, but also you can choose something that you're really good at. Maybe you're not passionate about it, but you're really good at it. And so when you go in, you can have some fun with your job, you can earn a decent living. Let's face it, work is called work for a reason. It's not called play. And it's important to work hard in whatever you're doing. But, in the words of Mike Amato, who was one of our leaders at Washington Mutual when I was there, he came and talked to my team and he said, be happy here or be happy somewhere else. Just don't be unhappy here. And I've said that many times to people over the years, and it's true. Life is too short to not be happy where you are. And I am very happy because my tee shot ended up exactly pin high here on the green, and probably my best shot on this course ever since I've been here. I've got a shot at birdie, albeit a slim one, but it is a chance. I don't read a lot of break in this, maybe a little bit from left to right, so I'll try and start it left and see where we end up. But not a lot left. 9th hole, Veterans Golf Course, St. Cloud, Minnesota, for the birdie. And I left my birdie 1 inch to the right of the hole, but I'll take the par. It was a good hole, probably one of my better rounds here overall. All right, well, thanks again for following me along. I did get my par here on this hole. Yay, excited about that. Thanks for listening to my story. As we went along here, this is kind of what Golf Chat's gonna be. I'll be bringing people on, and we're just gonna golf, talk about them and their lives, and hopefully you can learn that there are good people everywhere, trying to do good things, trying to make it through this life on the same planet that we're on, and it's a lot more fun when we get a chance to golf together, talk together, and hopefully share some lessons with others that will be impactful to them. Thanks for watching.